When I was a little kid, back in the good old 2000s, there were some things that I really liked to do back in the day. One of them was watching a lot of kids TV shows on Fox Kids, watching all sorts of cartoons that was aired around the time. Tons of different shows in way, shape or form. One of those shows really stood out to me. It was a show about a card game, with the powers of the heart of the cards and the Millennium Puzzle. Following a bunch of teens playing a card game where one of the kids with the most crazy haircut you will ever seen. With him, he had a necklace where he transformed into a completely different person in every episode in a duel, who acts completely different than the small boy he once was, dueling a lot of strange opponents with old ancient Egyptian magic. That show was called Yu-Gi-Oh! And I liked it very much as a kid. I was hooked to it. From the Pegasus Cup all the way to the Battle City here in the Netherlands. Even went to the movie theater when it was aired. Ah, good memories. What was mostly fun about the show is that it also had a physical card game that you could buy and play. Buying those cards I sure did. With the 4 basic packs that you can get for the starters and a couple of boosters. There was, however, one problem with it. You see, a kid like me who was very bad at reading, let alone reading the cards in English, was not the best thing. I did my best to follow the instructions like in the anime rules. Not the smartest thing ever, since you know...
I put on the field myself. The moon! No!
Those rules are not like in a real game. Thankfully, there was also a bunch of games back then on handheld consoles where I did try to play them. Mostly try it, since we still had a reading problem back in the day. But the less I talk about the game, the better on it. Still had a great time with the games. Even if they surpassed the anime version later with GX and later with 5D. Good old Championship 08 and 09 were a blast to play for me back then, and dice rolling for some odd reason. But once I grew older, it was hard for me to keep playing, with all the later rules they have added, so I passed it off back then. Years went by, and now the series is over 25 years old. With a bit of nostalgic, I went back and installed a free game called Master Duel and... What's Xyz summoning? This is so unfair. Pendulum summon? What does that even do? How many effects does this card have? Maxi! How many can you do it? Oh my god, stop drawing cards! But still, I want to learn how to play the card game. Thankfully, there is for me a way to do it. Following the adventures of the classic anime back then against the CPUs we have learned throughout the game. The game that I'm talking about is Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link. Psst. I know the early collection is already out and it is a far better pick, but when I was working on this project, that game was not announced for a couple of months beforehand. Okay, you got it? Thanks. So join me as we duel into the games of following the anime and learn how to be as good in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like our main character Yugimoto. This is my journey to become a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player in Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link. The journey starts like at the very beginning of the series I used to watch. Yugimoto, the main protagonist of the anime, is teaching Joey, his best friend, how to play a game called Duel Monsters. A simple guide how the basic mechanic works. Drawing a card, summoning monsters, spells, traps, attacking, defending with an opponent with 8,000 life points. A simple way to learn for me that I still know how to do it. Where in the second duel, we get a real battle against our big rival. The MVP who stole the show for many people back in the day, and still does, the one, the only, Seto Kaiba! Mind you, a young person in his teens, in the same middle school as the main cast, yet he owns a company of a virtual reality where he is the champion of duel monsters, with his 3 copies of the strongest monsters in the world that he claims to have. The Blue Eyes White Dragons. Well, okay, he destroyed the 4th one since he can't see it that an old man like Yugi's grandfather had one of those. So we duel for it. Yeah, we activate it. We have a normal card. We have Pot of Greed. And I'll activate Pot of Greed. It allows me to draw 2 cards. Not a real battle, since he's always wide open, even if that will not work out. We just had, like in the first episode, Exodia the Forbidden One in our deck that can insta-win you the duel if you draw all 5 pieces into your hand. Well, looks like he has no pathetic grandpa decks in his deck all the time. Where after we defeated him, Yugi became the new champion. Even though it doesn't make any real life sense because anime logic compared to real life, but that's part of the journey. People over the world has heard about it, including the maker of the card game, who made the Duel Monsters game, who is intrigued by it. So much in fact, that person sent a VGS tape to our Yugi boy. Man, I feel old, but I do know what a VGS tape is. In the VGS tape, we can see the man who has made the card game. His name is Pegasus, and he invited Yugi to his tournament, because he wants to know if he was really a good duelist who could defeat Kaiba, a champion in the card game. To make sure that he joins the tournament, he kidnaps Yugi boy's friend souls. So we must duel in a shadow game, all thanks to his eye that he has with ancient Egyptian magic. The same magic like Yugi boy Millennium Puzzle. I wonder if they are linked. The duel we do and the duel we shall, and it was an easy peasy win. With some setbacks. He was holding it all back to get easy on us, and that's okay. It's the basic, we still need to learn how to play the game. That's all fair to a degree, but at least do it like in the anime, where there's a timer next to it. To show off that you do need to think about it before the timer hits 0. Just an idea to introduce more stuff into the game. Since in the anime, Yugi boy loses the game because of it. Where everyone was saved except for his dear grandfather. A good excuse to go to the tournament to his private island of Pegasus. Where in the first match when we are on the island, we have to fight against a big bug lover, Weevil! So far... We have a new monster. Going to summon it. Silver Fang. First off, let's see. No! Okay, why does... Okay, that's a stupid play. Normally, if Man-Eater Bug is flipped down, you destroy the highest attack monster. Not a hard fight, but it shows you cannot rely on those 5 pieces of Exodia anymore. How did that happen? Well...
Until just this moment.
Huh?
Say goodbye to Exodia!
After that duel, the gang takes some rest for a small moment before we get interrupted by a fine young lady who wants to duel Joey, because it looks like he is easy prey with his deck, the Harpy Ladies. Oh yeah, Yugi is not all alone in this. As we follow the main protagonist, we also follow the best friend of Yugi, Joey Wheeler. He came to the tournament to get the reward money that you can win if you are the champion in the Pegasus Cup. Why does he want the money? In the anime, it was explained that he needed to use the money to save his younger sister to get an eye surgery. He may be stupid and his deck is very, very bad. But he has a heart of gold, and we know if you leave it in the heart of the cards, you can win every duel. Just use Time Wizard and win the game with a broken gamble effect. Let's just focus on the next duel, shall we? that we can learn about types in duels. Mako Tsunami, the fishy guy who really likes water-type monsters. He wants to duel us, just like for fun, like the game was meant for. A nice way to make friendship on a simple card game based for kids so they can build up a friendship out of it. Well, he deserves a nice duel after all, since we secretly stole some fish under his nose. So a friendly duel as a comparison, that's okay, we can do it. That's a friendly duel for Yugi's side. Let's have a look how it goes for Joey. Oh, it looks like he's going to duel against Rex Laptor. A Dino base deck. Or was it a Dragon base deck? It's hard to tell. It's time for Joey's luck. I'm going to use Time Wizard. And Time Wizard is going to activate his spell. Let's go for Kuribo. Hey! The luck is paying off on Joey. We're still in the game. They give us a solution how we need to deal with them. We do the solution and win the game. It's not really a real duel if you think about it, that is with life and death depending on it. Oh well, it is getting late, we should go to sleep and... Hey, who do we have here? Bakura, what are you doing here? You know, shy little guy in the first episode, one of the friends of the main cast, who also has an ancient Egyptian magic necklace like Yugimoto over here. I wonder if it is the same powers like him, since it is a necklace and all. Or will it be the same powers as Pegasus with the Millennium Eye? Oh well, nothing to worry about, since he's just a shy kid, so they just call it a night together for a nice rest of sleep. So don't worry about it. Why are the friends turned into shadow monsters based on their favorite cards? And why is Bakura looking taller than normal? It seems it's also something living in the ancient necklace as well, but it is an evil spirit that he does not know about it. So we must duel in a shadow game to save our friends on along the line. And the exclusive aside, this is where the game basic starts to get a little bit harder-ish in a fight. Let's just skip that whole moment and go to the next match, where we have our Yugimoto that is helping our harpy lady friend. In the anime in context, there was a moment that she was helping out again, and mostly on Thea, the female of the group, since she has been the only girl in the party so far in the story. All where we were dueling Bakura, she was fighting against a hunter hired by Pegasus to clean out bad players by any means necessary. And he cheated along the way to get the star chips, the currency that you need to get to go to the finals from the Harpy Lady. So we challenge him to a real duel without cheating tactics, and if we win, we get the star chips back for the Harpy Lady. As a big bully that he may be, cheating his way to deal with bad opponents, we have the upper hand, the heart of the cards, and show them how a real duelist plays. Oh, it's one of those special number cards, because if I do recall it, this is one of the only few cards that has 20 and 30 in its attack and defense, because normally it's always 50 or 0-0, but this is one of the few monsters that has it. It's kind of funny. Even if he after the duel wants to throw us in the fire with a flamethrower, that is not going to work, because we have ancient magician magic of ancient Egypt. Mine crushes this opponent. Wait a minute, the game doesn't show that part of the side of Kaiba's story, has it? Well, in the first duel, Yugimoto also did defeat Pegasus and mind controlled his soul, and Pegasus became in a wheelchair, almost becoming a null like a zombie. He had to snap back out of it because his younger brother was kidnapped by Pegasus as well. But it made Kaiba wake up, get out of his senses of the mind control, and he does everything in his power to save his little brother. Meanwhile, while Kaiba is doing that, Joey just notices that someone is lurking them lately. The friends say that he's just overthinking it, but he may be wrong. A small little boy stalking at the request of one American's great Duel Monsters players out there, who is well known to play dirty tricks to win. Pegasus did play a dirty trick on him to lose him, did it in the American Cup back then, on purpose, so he thinks he is allowed to do dirty tricks back at everyone else. That duelist that sent out a little kid to stalk Joey's and his gang is called Bandit Keith. So they are luring out Joey first, inside of a cave without any issues, and he is forced to do them without the help of his friends. We can do it! We have the power of the hearts of the cards, and... yeah, I think we just lost. You lose! Yeah, maybe it is better if we learn from our mistakes and play the game again. Just doing it, don't overthink it. Joey defeating the little kid, but now more confident than ever, tells to the Bandit Keith that the next time if they see each other, they will duel to each other and see who is a real duelist without dirty tactics. All in response, Bandit Keith laughs at Joey and walks away. Like, even if they are trying to defeat him, what can he do about it? He's just a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck. But one thing is for sure, Joey did it and the friends saw it secretly and are very proud of him that he can do it. All in his own. All it took was just some luck with time visits and the heart of the cards. As they walk inside deeper to the cave, fighting off screen against the twin co-op duel that we never get to see play out in the game, we are back with Seto Kaiba inside of the castle where the finals will be taking place. Breaking in as Pegasus was waiting for him with a simple glass of juice in his hands and a cartoon comic to read on its side, laughing at the silly jokes at the cartoon comic. Or was it laughing at him? Who knows? Kaiba demanded why he was taking his younger brother and what's he up to since with this whole tournament of his. Pegasus just laughs it off and tosses some star chips at him. Well, you see there, Kaiba boy, I just wanted to bring back your senses back, and this was the best way to do it. To get you completely restored, I have set Yugi boy into this tournament as well, and we all know that you want to battle him very badly to take your title back as the king of games. Kaiba smirks, his mind is made up thanks to Pegasus. Was this all part of his plan? Or was this another trick by Pegasus himself? We don't know. But what we do know, now he wants to duel again, and his first opponent who he wants to duel against is Yugi. Yeah, who else can it be? It's not that they like retcon it all in a game where Kaiba has a new tech that tested it out on Joey, just because he knows Pegasus can read minds or something, with the help with his Millennium Eye. Let's just skip that and let's just go straight in the fight with Kaiba against Yugimoto, where we are playing as Kaiba, and we have the power of the 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, and we can fuse them together to make the ultimate Blue Eyes White Dragon and show them who is the king of... You idiot! You can only... Oh sh... What? Excuse me? Excuse me? What? I lost? That's not fair! He's using cards that has never been used in anime! Those cards were made... Oh. Sure. There are moments in time that you not always can win because the opponent has a better hand than you itself. I get that. Heart of the cards, like they always say. But using cards that was not released when this was aired, new cards with new description that does things against you that you are not prepared for it, makes me want to jump off the building and blame it on him. And he will ever okay, now that's a little bit going too far. It's just a kid's game, And let's just stick it with that, okay? It's just a silly card game made for kids. Just keep your head down. There will be plenty of games where we have games like this, and that there is nothing to do about it. Let's just go for it again and win with the Blue Eyes White Dragons. Once we win against Yugi, we steal his char chips and his motivation to duel, and go to meet Pegasus to see if he really keeps on end of the bargain. Yugi now disappointed, we meet our harpy lady friend once again, and he wants to send those char chips back to Yugi, since he deserves it in the end. Just exact enough to go into the finals. But he is too emotional to take it, so Thea of all people steps up to help Yugi with a duel against the harpy lady. To show off what Duel Monsters was really meant for in the first place. Those games are here to make you smile and make friends along the way. And she has a deck that will show to learn Yugi that thanks to him and Joey, that even she can become a great duelist like them. Or just a better one, because have you seen her deck? This is a real strong deck. It's one of my favorite things, to be honest. I just wish we had more time to duel with her, but no. It is all about Yugi and Joey. Now that Thea won the chart tips fairly against the harpy lady, she sent them over to Yugi, and with the inspiration that Yugi has seen, he is more motivated than ever to save his grandfather and win the tournament of the Pegasus Cup. Now he is reaching the finals with the 4 contestants left. Yugi, Joey, the harpy lady, and Bandit Keith. Wait, what about Kaiba? Oh well, we still win. There we go. And there we go. Let's just focus on the duels that we have. Yugi versus the harpy lady first, and it goes without saying. Ancient ritual art? Okay. Oh no, it's just a better harpy deck. Oh god. Well, bye harpies. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Believe in the heart of the cards, as they say. And as an after effect, we are performing a ritual spell with this magic card to summon one of my first favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards that has been out there since the dawn of time. The Black Luster Soldier. A card so strong as a Blue Eyes White Dragon, they say. But to perform it, it's really not in your favor, so I'm just glad we had the time to use it. Next up, we have Joey versus Bandit Keith. But that duel may not be going since Joey has lost his entrance card to take to the semi-final, and without an entrance card, you will be disqualified. Thankfully, they didn't say it had to be Joey's card, since as one last gift from the harpy lady, she gifted her entrance card to Joey, as a thank you to see there are even good duelists out there without any tricks or cheating. Now, Joey versus Bandit Keith can start for real, and sure, this is me some opponent. He really likes his big monsters, and thanks to the field spell, he can summon them freely once per turn at the cost of his life points. But we have something that he does have not. Is it the friendship we have made along the way? No. Is it the heart of the cards? No. Is it playing fair and square? No, it's not that. It's a simple monster with 0 attack points that can copy the stats of the opponent for free, and a trap card that can blow his monster up when he wants to attack. Luck can be one thing, but don't let it be your main focus on the deck. After the duel, it was discovered that Bandit Keith was the one who stole Joey's entrance card, and he wanted to cheat his way to the top. Pegasus done what Bandit Keith has done for everyone, tosses him away with a simple trap like a trash can that Bandit Keith has been all along. After all that, we are back where it all started with the tutorial duel. Yugi versus Joey. No high stakes, just a fun duel what it was meant for in the beginning. Sure, The winner gets a lot of cash, and Joey is here for his sister. But Yugi wants none of that money. Do a fun duel and see who's the real Duelist champion. And the time wizard. Oh, you have to do the coin toss. Okay, let's do the coin toss. Heads. It's heads. Activate the card. We are going to take... I would say Pot of Greed, but I think this card is better. Because... Well, this is going to hurt, Joey. Nothing personal, kid. First time visit. Okay, it's nothing. There we go. That's more like it. Oh no, he's using his own time wizard. You gotta be kidding me. Nothing personal, kid. Let's just pretend that never happened, and let's just say that Joey only took the money and Yugi won the duel, okay? He deserves the money anyway. Now, as a champion in the Duel Monsters, Yugi has one request as a champion. He wants to play against Pegasus to free his grandfather's soul. Pegasus happily accepted it with a smile, and we get a final boss of the arc in here. And it's a duel to test out your skills to the max what you have learned so far. Pegasus with his one-eyed monster to steal any monsters Yugi has put out to him. But with quick thinking and spells, the heart of the cards, we can beat him with another ritual card that we have in our sleeves. Magician of Black Chaos is here to end the duel and save Grandpa's soul. And an Horn Imp that just had enough lethal damage to win, but come on. Magician of Black Chaos to end the whole arc would have been fitting, you know. But in the end, even if we did save the soul of Grandpa, and some parts of the anime is skipped, I have learned a lot how to play the card game for now, I think. So let's fight against some optional CPUs in this game and see how it will go. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no, he has the big fish again. No! How does he know? Guess I have a long way to go after all this. The game series is over 25 years old, you know, and I'm just only starting out. So let's train ourselves and let's go over to the next arc in the series. See you in the next episode.